What's up guys, and once again welcome to my YouTube channel. In my video today we are going to talk about the rules and regulations that we are going to follow while flying drone. So I have seen many videos regarding the rules and regulations for drone. They have roughly mentioned about the rules, but no one mentioned the reason why they have these rules and regulations. So I will explain the reason why they have in some of the rules. Okay, so directly let's go into the rules and regulations from CAAP. So where we can see this CAAP rules. So the CAAP rules we can download from the Civil Aviation Authority of Philippines website, that is caap.gov.ph. That is their website. So in this website we will go inside the downloadable and look for the PCAR. So in the PCAR we are under two parts. So the one is part 2 and the part 11. So in the part 2 is for licensing. So the requirement for RPA pilot licensing, and the 11 is for the rules and regulation that is specialized for drone pilots. Let's go directly into part 11 first. So in CAAP rule, the drone pilots are categorized into two, commercial and the other one is non-commercial pilots. So what is commercial? When it comes to the word commercialism, you know already these pilots are engaged for some companies, or they are doing flying for money. Then the second one is non-commercial. So non-commercial, you know already, the recreation pilot. So they do for their own purposes, like for their vlogs or whatever it is. They come under this category. Then the other one in the non-commercial is the sports pilot, the one who is flying the FPV drones and everything. So they come under this category also, that is non-commercial pilot. What all are the rules for drone pilots? So the first one is general RPA operations. So in the general RPA operation, they have clearly mentioned that is 30 meters. You should fly 30 meters away from the people. So for example, this is your drone. Okay, so I think the drone is visible. So from this drone, 30 meters in all directions, in any direction if you take, for example, up, down, or front, back, right, left, or any direction, 30 meters, it should be away from the people. For example, you're going to take a video of a building, then you found some people in the building, then you should be 30 meters away from that building already. Then you are flying over some people, then you should be 30 meters higher than the people. So in this 30 meter rule, they have given some exception. That is, within this 30 meter, only some people are allowed. So who are they? The one who is controlling the drone, that is the drone pilot himself. Then there is the crew related to the drone pilot. Then after that, they give exemption also for that. During the race, the judge also can be within that 30 meters. So these all are the people only allowed within that 30 meters. Other than that, there should be no other people within this 30 meters. So the next rule is RPA restricted area. So the RPA restricted area. So here the restricted area, they give two areas, that is you cannot fly higher than 122 meters. So only you can see in your drone when you are operating at, you're trying to go above 120, it will automatically say you are trying to fly in an unauthorized place, you need authorization, blah blah blah. So this is the main reason, because as per CAAP, you are allowed to fly until only 120 meters or 400 feet, and you are not allowed to fly near the aerodrome in 10-kilometer radius. For example, this is the aerodrome, 10-kilometer radius. So this is the radius from the aerodrome to 10 kilometer here, then in this surrounding you cannot fly. So why they make this rule? The main reason why they make this rule is normal aircraft like Cessna 152, 172 or any aircraft that can they are flying, they can fly above 500 feet from the AGL, that is ground above ground level. Okay, from the ground. So for example, you are flying uh, for example, you're flying in a park. So from that park ground level to 500 feet above is the region for the aircrafts like Cessna and other big aircrafts. For the drone, they give a 100 meters separation then until ground to 400 feet. So you have given a separate space for you and a separate space is given for the aircraft. So if you are going to fly higher than 400 feet, then you are entering the airspace of a normal aircraft, and there is a possibility that you can crash into a aircraft that can create a big disaster. So that is the reason they have this rule like traffic separation, that is until 400 feet for drones and above 500 feet it is for aircrafts. So this 100 feet in between is for the traffic separation or for safety, because not every time your drone will show the exact height or anything. There will be a small fluctuation. Same in the aircraft also, there will be a small 100 to 50 to 100 feet difference will be there up and down. So to avoid that one, they created this this boundary. Okay, then the second thing is 10 kilometers from the aerodrome. So why they have this 10 kilometers from the aerodrome? So aerodrome is the place where the aircraft land and take off. So for aircraft they have the rules that only near to the aerodrome you can lower your aircraft below 500 feet. So in that 10-kilometer radius only the aircraft will descend below 500 feet. In other places they are not allowed to go below 500 feet. So in that area it's specialized for the aircrafts. That's why if you're going to fly there, you are not allowed most of the time. But if you get special permission, then it is allowed. And also you are allowed to fly above 400 feet if you are getting special permission from the CAAP. So why they are getting this special permission and everything is, for example, you are going to fly in a particular place. Then you are reporting to the CAAP that, oh, I'm going to fly in this area within this particular time. So this will be reported to the nearby tower or aerodrome or anything, the nearby station that belongs to the CAAP. So when any aircraft is going to fly in that particular area, they will be warned that, oh, there is a aerial work is going on in this area, so be careful. And meanwhile, they will warn you also that a particular aircraft is going to fly in this area, so be careful. So this is the reason why they are having these rules and regulations. So under the restricted area, there is another one important thing that you have to maintain is do not fly over populous area. So this is what clearly mentioned in the CAAP PICAR rule. But in some videos and in some other websites, I saw they mention like you cannot fly populous area like schools and markets. So they mention like, it's an example only. So any populous area, like for example, there is a rally or there is a gathering for political purposes and everything, you cannot fly over that particular area. So the reason why they make this, that you cannot fly over populous area, is in case of emergency, if there is a bird strike or anything, the drone may fall directly over a people. It may hit some people. So sometimes when you're flying, it lost control, it can go down. But you can still fly in this area with proper authorization from the CAAP. So the next one we are going is to the RPA controller certificate. So why do you have this RPA controller certificate is that you are already checked by the CAAP. That is, you are fit to do some particular work. That is the reason you are going to get the RPA control certificate. So who all are should get the RPA controller certificate is number one is the one who is going to do commercial piloting. Okay, the one who is going to fly for some company, also to certificate them that they are eligible to do, because the CAAP rules really check. First you will take the rules and regulation, that is air law exam, then after that you are going to do the skill test also. So you are fit to do that particular work. You are fit for doing commercial works. That is why you are going to get a controller certificate. So without controller certificate you cannot do a commercial piloting. Okay, you cannot do any aerial work commercially. So the next one is you should also have a commercial certificate for larger drone. The weight of the larger drone is 7 kg and above. So if you're going to fly a drone even for non-commercial purposes, if it weight more than 7 kg, then you have to get a controller certificate and your drone should be registered. So the next one is regarding the registration of drone. So who all are going to register your drone? So the number one is, as usual, the commercial. Who all are going to do commercial drone piloting, then they have to register their drone. Then the next one is for large drone. That is any aircraft, any drone that is heavier than 7 kg, they have to register already their drone in CAAP. So the third one is any drone that is 150 kg above. If you're going to fly a drone that is 150 kg above, then you have to get a special certificate of airworthiness. So what is this airworthiness certificate is? If this aircraft is fit to fly. So I don't know really if it is yearly you have to do. So normally for other aircraft, the airworthiness certificate is every year the CAAP will check and they will make a complete examination. They will do test flight. That's the time they will give the airworthiness certificate. And I think that is the same for the drones also. Then you have to get a special certificate, that is experimental certificate. So these drones are for experimental purposes. So we recreation pilot don't want to go deep into these kinds of drones and everything. But if you're going to handle something heavier than 150, then you have to do all this process. So the next one is the really important thing for us, the recreation pilot, especially like YouTubers or whoever it is. Then they have to follow these rules for strict. So the first rule is visibility for operation of RPA. So where you can fly under what visibility. So they roughly make it, you can fly only in daylight. So you can fly only during daytime and in good weather condition. Okay. Then after that, there is an important thing they mention is you can fly only in VLOS, that is visual line of sight. So for example, you can fly only a drone until where you can see it. So when I saw the word VLOS and I check in the Google, what is the VLOS of human? So how long a human can see clearly. So since a drone is a small object, normal human can see only 500 meter very clearly. So to make it clear, you can fly your drone up to 500 meter, but if you are a superhuman, maybe you can see long distance. So let's don't want to go that deep, so we can make it short. You have to fly within that line of sight. So you are flying here. Can I fly at my back? Or I am in a tree. So here there is a tree and I am in front of the tree. Can I fly behind the tree? No, you cannot. You can fly only in visual line of sight. So the next one is night operation. So like what I mentioned in the previous, you can fly only in the daylight. It's the same. So you cannot fly in the night. But there is a condition where you can, when you can fly, that is you can get uh, authorization from the CAAP. You get permission from the CAAP. Oh, I'm going to fly in this area for night flight. Then you can fly the drone at night. So one more thing also is mentioned in the CAAP. So what is the other thing that is mentioned is, if you're going to conduct some air show or any air display, it should be 60 days before your show. You are already going to report the CAAP that this is our organizer. Then the full details of the organizer should be registered in the CAAP. Then the second thing is, the organizer should provide all the details, like where you are going to conduct, how many people are expected to come for that particular air show, and who all are going to do air show, what kind of maneuvers they are going to do. Each and everything you are going to report to the CAAP. And also the other thing, like safety, what kind of safety things you have done. And also the organizer should be also checking the safety measure, everything that is like if there is a fire extinguisher, like all the safety related things are okay. Then after that, it's the responsibility of the organizer also to check before it's that if a particular pilot is eligible to fly properly or do such maneuvers in front of these people, that is in front of the crowd, he should already check and uh, check them if they are really fit to do that particular work. Then after all this, still, like you got permission, you have done everything, after a while a CAAP can close your program. Like if they can already say, you cannot do anymore, considering some safety things. Like for example, you did some unsafe maneuvers or something, then CAAP can immediately take action to close. So that is the one clearly mentioned in the CAAP rules and regulations. Thank you guys. See you in my next video.